chord. Ah, all right. All right. So we're opening up the Sefer now to the halachos. We spoke a lot about the severity of Lashon Hara and all the los essays and essays and horrors, package deal. Basically, all the Ben Adam Lechaveros is there. And now let's start learning the halachos. Elul Nishmas, there's Meir Ben, I don't know. Well, I think it says it in the calendar. Hold on. Ben Rabbi Yezev HaKoyin. Okay. Hilchas Yisrael Yei Loshen Hara Klal Aleph. The clause that Yavar Yisrael Sipur Loshen Hara Befiv Oide Memez Omichta Begoydel Oinish Misha Hugo Ba'ovain Zeh the Sachel Misha Shema Atzmer Ovain Hamar Hazel Shah Pratam Baita Sipur. Okay, we're going to talk here, explain the Yisrael, meat and potatoes. What is Lashon Hara? That when you speak it verbally, or you hint to it, or you wrote in a letter, and the tremendous punishment to someone who is horgo ba'omen, he's accustomed to it. V'socher, and the reward, the misha shema atzmer avayin hamar hazeh, and tremendous reward. And here are tesif. Number one. Also, you're not allowed to speak bad, derogatory about another Jew. I feel emes gomer, even if it's 100% undiluted emes. And the Ber Maim Chaim says, "Lefishezehu hatoris harishin sherigilim ayin litais." There's a sense this is the first mistake that people make out of being emes. And Ovi Lechal said, "Gimel eidim." Bring you 3 eidim in a Gemara. Bakach Nikol hapoiskim disurahu fil emes. Okay, I don't know if we have to go through all of them, but in the Ber Maim Chaim, he fills us in on those things, Gemara Mayit Cotton, etc.
So each of the Gemaras is an aid.
Well, he's calling it an aid, right? He's going to
three examples,
proofs from the Gemara that it's Lashon Hara if it's emes, and then he's going to bring all the poskim. He brings the Gemara in Sota, I see.
The word Adam just kind of threw me off for a second.
Yeah, that's a sort of poetic way of saying that. And on the next page, on the second paragraph there, he says from the Rambam, Loshen HaRambam beperek aleph da'ovis. Shein Loshen Hara shechaziv al odem. Loshen Hara isn't when you lie about a person. Yachas lo mashal yasa, and be meyachis him, and I would say about him things that he didn't do. Gizeh nikra ma'itzi shemra al chaver. You reveal something bad about a person. I feel the one who says it since and one who listens since. Okay, just one example. This is what Chazal referred to in all places, referred to as Loshen Hara. In parentheses, there's any mixture of sheker, and because of that mixture, that addition, the other person has degraded more. Who become my tishemra? I'm going to go to Haber Yoiser. Okay, and you're over on the Easter the rise of Losa Seif Shenem Leitelach Rochel Bam Echad. So Lashon Hara is a subdivision of Rechilus, included in Rechilus. Beis halav zeh shekosalnu hu mashekaftoya Torah beferish miuchad isu zeh shaloshon Rechilus. This level, that we just said, that's what the Torah explicitly as a love for this Avera of a beloved. And in any case, Yeshua Habe love and Ve'esrachem, there are many other los essays and essays, Sho'eva Aleim Aidei Sipur Lashon Hara, that you transgress when you say Lashon Hara. Kebavar Le'el B'Psicha Kedemes, as it was explained, as we learned in the Psicha, that someone who's rugged on Lashon Hara will transgress. Was 17 los essays? Yeah, and how many essays? Let's see. Like he said, 12 essays, and at times we included in, no, there's more, 14, and then there's a few oros to icing on the cake. Take a look there. And number Gimel, Halacha Gimel. That's all true. If you just happen to say Lashon Hara, but if you're a person who has accustomed himself to speak Lashon Hara regularly, like those, they get together to shmooze and to say over stories. Kat v'kat ma'aser ploni. This is what this guy did. This is what his parents. Kat v'shmati alav. So I heard about him. V'dvarim shel gnus, and it's derogatory. Anoshim ke'ela hem nikreim b'fi chazal b'shem balei lashon. They have a special title, not someone who's oivan lashon, but he's a bal lashon hara. V'onshen habri yoyser gadol. The aver is much greater. Asher b'shat nafsham, who's doing libam, because without any care and intentionally, they're transgressing the Torah of Hashem. And that's as etzem kehefker, and this part of the Torah is hefker, and they feel they could do it freely. As we explained at the end of the Psicha, in Novi, it says, Yachres Hashem kosif shechalokos Shem shekarov. All those who have a sifsei chalokos, a smooth tongue, loshen medaberes gedolis, they speak bad about others. Amr Chazal, halacha dalit, al sholish averes nefreim and adam b'olam hazeh. There are 3 averes that you get punished for in this world. Ve'ein lechelak olam haba, and you lose your olam haba. Ve'ein lehein avodah gil harais shrichas domi. On the bottom, he says it's the Rambam, it's the Smag, to Sept the Peah, Gemara in Erechin. But he says that in our Gemara it doesn't say you don't have a Chev Gloilam Ha, but that's in the Tosefta. It just says that it's as serious, severe as those 3 averes. It says it's also in the Yishalmi, okay. In any case, Lashon Hara keneged neged kulam. Review Chazal zerayim and aksuvim. Chazal brought proofs to this from the Psukim, Upersha Rishonim, the Kavan al El Shahu Gubavin Tabitmidas. And the Rishonim explained that these statements about the severity of speaking Lashon Hara and how it's equal to others speaking to these 3 averes is not about someone who stumbled and spoke Lashon Hara by chance, but as a rule he watches and guards his tongue. Rather, it's about people who are Bali Lashon Hara. They don't take the steps to protect themselves from the Saver because in their eyes it's permissible. Okay, let's go to Shmiras haLashon. It seems we have to Perek Hey. Perek Hey. Kafei Tishrei. V'yivar anshem shabali Lashon Hara. Here we will explain the punishment for Bali Lashon. And again, it's Bali Lashon Hara that these, what we're speaking about is referring to. Kama Godo anshem shabali Lashon Hara. Shemevi alatzma in the goyim. He brings upon himself plagues. Tzoras, aidei diburei. V'nas aidei zeh mitzera muchlat. after speaking Lashon Hara, being about Lashon Hara, he becomes a Mitzvah Muchlat. It means that he's Paskin as a Mitzvah, and all the halachas applied him. When she class of Arakin, Kamasapa Lashon Hara, and the Goyim Bayim Allah. It's a Gemara. Shenema Meloshni Baseser Yehu, Oisei Atzmis V'Chulu, explains the Chafetz Chaim, Perush Atzmis, the word Atzmis, Oisei Atzmis, Umiloshen Achlotas HaNega, which Yelu Shabbat Gemara. The Gemara has a limud that the word Oisei Atzmis refers to him being a Mitzvah Muchlat. Amar Reish Lakish, Dois Tia Teres HaMitzvah. This will be the Torah of the Mitzvah. He darshans Teres HaMitzi Shemra. He darshans the word Mitzvah as a contraction of Hamitzi Shemra. He says, so now, if Mitzvah is the result, you become a Mitzvah as a result of being a Baal Lashon Hara, let us see how severe is Tumas Mitzvah. Shulchan Yoser Mitumas Zov Ubal Keri Tumas Meis. It's stricter than all the other Tumas. Shein Roy Love after Machne Yisrael. The others, the Tumas Zov, Ubal Keri, Tumas Meis, could come to Machne Yisrael. Sometimes they go to Machne. Some of them could go to Machne Levi also. But a Tumas Mitzvah, someone who's a Mitzvah, he's totally excluded from even Machane Yisrael, which is the furthest level, the lowest level, and yet he can't go in there. You should sit alone outside of the camp. The Gemara in Erechim says, why? Why is it that Mitzvah is so the tomb of Mitzvah is so strict, so severe? That he has to sit alone? The Gemara says, "Who? He was the cause for dissension between a man and his wife. Ben a man and his fellow man through his lashon hara. So the Torah says, now you sit alone. Why do we find this special korban, two tziporim, two birds, to bring a Mitzvah brings when he's becoming tahor? HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Who also ma'aseh patit? He did an action of just speaking. Yavi korban patit. Eresh dibur hatzmidi, constant talking, yantening. So now he brings the birds. The birds are always chirping. V'gasina b'sefri. Next, Amad Chsiv. Sefri says on the pasuk in Devarim, Yishamar b'nega hatzaras. Guard yourself. It's a love. Guard yourself from the nega hatzaras. V'goyim Chsiv basrei, and then it says Zokes asher asa Hashem l'kecha Miriam b'derech v'tzeischa mitzrayim. Remember what Hashem did to Miriam when you left Mitzrayim. What's the connection? One's pasuk ches, one's pasuk tes. Between Hisham b'nega hatzaras and Zohar, and Malamed Shleininsha come teach us that her punishment was only haLashon Hara. Because she spoke Lashon Hara, that's why the psukim are together. And it's a kal v'chomer. Ma Miriam shleitibra el b'achiyah katan mimem. Who did she speak about? She spoke about a younger brother. Nensha, she still got punished. If you speak against someone who's greater than you, achas kama v'kama. Certainly so. And dava acher. Gemara says further. No one heard her speak, I guess, besides Aaron that she was talking to. Besides HaKadosh Baruch Hu, so, and yet she was punished from the tzaras. If someone speaks bad about another in public, alachas kama v'kama, certainly so. V'gam darshu ala posik atiti nespicha lachti es b'sorecha. Posik in Koheles and the Medrash Rabbah darshans on the posik, don't allow your mouth to be machti your flesh. Al taim lashon hara b'ficha, don't speak lashon hara lahanish el kol b'sorcha b'chetzeh, which will result in punishing your flesh. You get tzaras. Rabban Pasrei Amerika Zebri Miriam. Rabbanan applied this pasuk to Miriam. Atitein es v'goyim azu Miriam. But I don't know if they have Malach, the pasuk continues, don't say in front of the Malach, Zeh Moshe. Shenemar, Vayishach Malach, Vayetzianim Mitzrayim, so we see Moshe is referred to as the Malach. Kishgogi, don't say, oh, it was a mistake, Shenemar. Asher Yalna, that we were foolish, Vasher Chatanu, Chet is Isur Shogeg. Why should Hashem be angered on your speech? haLashon shamat al Moshe. This is all the Vayikra Rabbah. When the Lashon that you said on Moshe, Hashem was angered against them, and he went, and she sinned with her mouth. But all of her limbs got punished. Says that Hashem left Anan, represents the Shechina, left Miriam, she's Mitzaras Kashelek. Adohu Dechsiv, that's what the Pasuk says, Atita and Spricha Lachtis B'Sarecha, Shemer Piv Ula Sheinoi V'Goymer. V'Garsinon Be'ele Hadvorim Rabbah, in Medrash Dvorim. Omer of Chagai, Einan Negoyim Boim Al HaLashon Hara, Negoyim, Tzaras, comes because of Lashon Hara. Rabbanan Amrei, Teidel Chashukein, I guess they bring a proof to Chagai. Miriam had tzadekes, again, she was a tzadekes, there's no question about it. Like they should give her in her schools, the whole fire, so millions of people had water. She was a great lady. Because she spoke about Moshe, she was conflicted with the Goyim. And that's what the pasuk says. Teisha b'chicha tidaber b'ven imacha titen doifi b'goyim. Yeshua ben Levi Yoma imagalta l'shantka tidaber b'chicha shemei avicha v'lay me'imcha. If you accustom yourself to speak about your brother from your father's side, but he's not from your mother's side, it will result that you'll also speak against the children of your mothers. Because anyone who had the arrogance to speak about someone who's greater than him, he causes evil to himself. If you don't believe that, Miriam at Tzadekis. She's the proof for all body Lashon Hara. Have a Zohar. So remember, Miriam. The Torah makes her the Siman. Omer Shimon. Miriam at Tzadek. She didn't mean to say bad. She spoke. She thought it was for his benefit. Those that they haven't to speak bad about the others, to cut their lives, to hurt the Vachs Kama. Certainly, Shiachta Baruch will, so to speak, cut their tongues. Let's go to Perek Vav. Hold on 1 minute. Excuse me. Gamatzinu. This is we also find Shamaraglim, Babai Lashon Hara, Mesu B'Misa Meshuna, the Meraglim. Because of the sin of Lashon Hara, they died in a Misa Meshuna, strange death. Kamoi Shekosu, as it says in Saita, Hayamusa Anasha Moite Dibas Hara, Dibas Ha'oretz Ra, they died, those who spoke bad about Eretz Yisrael, V'gema Shimon ben Lakish, Shemesu B'Misa Meshuna. Ramasham Gemara. Gemara explains how they died. Their tongues was extended enough al taburim waterways to their navel. PM and ants. Toloim, bugs, ants. Crawled down from their mouths and went on their tongues and from there they went into the body through the navel. Boyre kama gadol koich shamoitzi shemra. Okay, here it's Moitzi Shemra. See how great is the power of Moitzi Shemra Minala Mimragud. Moitzi Shemra al ha'etzim. They spoke bad about what? About trees, about Vavon. They were people. Certainly someone speaks bad about another Jew. How serious it is. From this, from all this, we could learn trans punishment, that a person is punishment in the Goyim, and other punishments. And therefore, from that, we could understand the Midah Tova. The someone who protects and watches himself from this Avera, how much reward. We always say that it's Midah Tova Meruba and Midah Ra. It's always 4 times the amount. Okay, so let's say that tomorrow we're learning at 8. I'll post it, and we'll see. Okay, now I have to figure out what do I do. Stop recording.